Why, hello. Cootsteely at your service. Nice to see a friendly face. Too few of us chance the voyage south. I can tell that you're new to the DEADFIRE. Maybe you're still getting your bearings? Some of my herbs can help with seasickness or worse afflictions. It's nothing personal. You just have that taking everything in look about you. Give it time. It'll pass.
Oh, ain't no shame in looking, lass.
Money is the obvious answer, but I don't think that's what you're after. Yes, I'm an herbalist, but I also pride myself as a florist. I think the city liked the idea of putting a flower shop somewhere visible. It's ostentatious, really. Probably the same reason why we have a magic shop next door. PERIKI'S Overlook is a great big splash of culture and innovation, there to show travelers that the Huana are ready for the world at large.
Let's see what's in here.
Into the future.
I got nowhere else to turn. Stonehill is going to kill me.
Don't drag me into your mess, Bertenno. Not again.
Then you leave me no choice. I'm sorry.
Hey, come back with that! Madico! That flaccid Batso! Imp, you had none of that, Hank? That's what I thought. What am I going to do? Think, Fassina. My postenago of a lover stole Rokawa's fingers. The master will kill me if I don't get them back. He must have wanted to raise some fast coin. Arkemir will flay me alive over those damned gloves. Is it strange? I don't know. Go consult Arkemir's grimoire if you're that curious. He said that he's in debt to a Rautayan captain by the name of Hamuto Stonehill. By all accounts, a deadly serious man. Not that it's any of your business, but Bertenno used to spend a lot of late nights here. I got into the construct's guts and marked off Bertenno as a safe visitor so they would not attack him. And before you ask, no, I will never do this again. You do not know Arkemir, do you? He is as cheap as a Wodican clerk. Whatever he loses from those gloves, he will take out on me. Somehow. You will? If you are expecting some payment or reward, I do need to keep this under wraps. You look capable. While I am stuck behind this counter, I am in no position to refuse help. A discount goes without saying. You're saving me a world of trouble by doing this. Thank you. I do not know where Bertenno fences his goods, but he mentioned an appointment at the Bra Citadel docks. Hamuto Stonehill must be as dangerous as he sounds, or else Bertenno wouldn't be so panicked. I am the apprentice of He of Many Colors. That's plain old Arkemir to you. What few spells I know have names like Arkemir's Dripping Scourge or Arkemir's Malevolent Codpiece. He made me conjure a household staff of imps. Horrible, chittering things. I think it's because he knows I hate them. Ah, He makes me call him by the titles he's earned in his long career. I can also call him by the titles I've made up since the start of my apprenticeship. To me, he's the bringer of foul wind, the teeth of suckling imps, and the herald of dirty slippers. Bertenno stole Rokawa's Suddenly, my whole existence revolved.
Shop imp, greetings. Buy something. It's not hostile. It's just imp. Is imp and is sad. Faustina spends too much time away from shop, leaving me to fend for self. His bad enough master won't let me leave stupid shop. She hates her work, hates Archimere, hates me. Reason enough. Imp's complicated. Kids think we have two big emotions, angry and happy. But Kith can't smell imp spray. Jovial spray, melancholy spray, creative spray, imp spray all over everything. Go on, I don't care.
That's unusual. I'll have this open in no time. Let's see what's in here. That'll do it. No problem. Already. On it. Consider it. Not a problem.
You look thirsty.
You're mine!
Can't make a dent.
So help me God, I'll whoop the next one of you. Aim at me.
Screwed.
Hit me again.
Boy, watch it.
Hit me again and I'll hit you back.
That's not very helpful.
You'd better run.
Me and you are about to mix.
Not very helpful.
Just give him a fish.
Mo, me and you are about to mix.
Cooked that up, didn't I?
Yeah? I cannot whack him any harder. What do you need?
Me and you are about to mix.
This is futile.
Mother.
I'm having some trouble
Me
moving
and
through
you.
this.
Smart, Stony.
Mother.
That's me you're hitting. Yeah.
You'll be right, screwed. Better run. Mother. Damn him, blast. Death to our enemies.
Sure. Quick and quiet. I'll have this open in no time. Already on it. Let's see what's in here. Slip past me.
So pretty. Could lick crystal until tongue fall off.
Not a problem.
Real quiet now.
hot razor skewers, crusted swordfish. Today's catch, I say.
I say, you look like someone who wants protection and a certain something about presence. Akira? Worry not. I can hammer any plate to fit the right size. Holler if any of the iron or steel laying around catches your fancy. Or if you need something repaired, I'm happy to take a glance. Akira, they wouldn't put a traditional smith here unless she brought something special. My clients wanted everything engraved and beautiful. Wasn't why I got into the business, but it keeps my debtors happy. I keep it interesting working with exotic materials like shark leather, since there's some demand and little supply.
Shame I weren't at that animancy trial. My mind would have cut.
Just say the word.
What are you doing? Get out!
Postenago.
You have truly put your foot in it this time. You have truly...
Would you care to enjoy the bath's offerings? The price is 1,000 copper. A prudent question. The bathwaters are infused with hand-refined luminous adra, which promotes a holistic balance of the humors. Because of luminous adra's remarkable qualities, it is also a significant investment to both supply and maintain. Ganor may tell you more if you're curious. He is something of an amateur alchemist, in addition to being a businessman of remarkable skill and insight. Would that it were so. Ganor would make good money, and perhaps I would receive a raise, yes? I have known worse, it is true. Now to business. The price of this marvelous experience is 1,000 copper.
Postenago, you have truly put your foot... Adolf Entry, you go to visit the luminous bathhouse, yes? My satchel. Like a fool, I left it inside. My ship is due to sail from Nekataka with the next high tide. If I do not find it, my Kasita will surely throw me overboard. Merla, I cannot swim. I would go by myself, but... the guards, they bar the doors to me without my Kasita present. They think I am a thief. I would rather her not discover my incompetence. I would go by myself, but... the guards, they bar the doors to me without my Kasita present. Gelade! There is, one thing. Madiko, how could I have forgotten? If you could, do not open the satchel. The contents are... the information is proprietary. You understand? When I first saw you, I knew you were a trustworthy sort. I knew. Please, when you find the satchel, meet me at Peddler's Canal in Queensberth.
If you find yourself in need of comfortable garb, I'm happy to oblige. I've been known to rip a seam here and there, patch some shredded gear back into shape. Thought I was an armorer, did you? Assumed that my tree stump limbs and barrel chest lend themselves better to the forge than the needle? That'll teach my idiot mouth. I won't make assumptions about you making assumptions, okay? If it's armor you're after, Marie...
Consider it done. Already.
Did the Queen summon everyone to the palace?
Akira, I've never seen Aruihi run so fast.
Do you think the Audra Colossus would come here next?
Pray to Copa,
You have no
it does
right to
not-
interfere in Rawatai's business. I don't give two pyres for your tribal pride, and I wager that Arkamir cares even less.
If this is what passes for Rautai in diplomacy, the Razanui has bigger problems.
If you've come to see Arkamir, you're too late. He left the estate on wizard business.
Tamar and I wanted something from Arkamir. Our powers of persuasion leave much to be desired.
The wizard got his hands on a Huana tablet, the Harapo epic. I came to reclaim it for Rawatai. In the middle of my negotiations, this little pest showed up with a claim on it.
The Harapo epic belongs to the Huana. The Queen sent me to remind you both. Akira, few outsiders can appreciate what such an artifact could mean to our people.
Posturing about cultural value is worthless. We both want the tablet for the same reason.
There are things better left unsaid.
While I'm standing here, you mean?
Akira, I don't deny it. A spellcaster, and a damn good one, specializes in hexes and illusions. He and his apprentice run the Dark Cupboard, a local magic shop.
I believe that he had dealings with black market treasure hunters. Not that the Queen will implicate him.
She's too preoccupied negotiating with the warmongers at her door.
Arkamir could be drinking Kuiki wine with dead kings. There's no finding him if he doesn't want to be found.
I might as well adjourn to the palace in Serpent's Crown and give Arkamir time to think.
What a load of... You mean to get your hands on that tablet with or without Arkamir? You island rats can barely write your own names, much less a distinguished epic.
Scamper back to the Brass Citadel and spin your own plots. I will happily do the same on my side of the island.
I suppose I can spare a moment. I heard tell of Ephron, a thief with a penchant for making house calls. Word has it that Ephron made his way inside of Arkamir's manor and later died. Now his soul is bound to the fortune-telling machine in the Dark Cupboard. Strange fate. All of her pretenses of cultural pride are a means to an end. Like the rest of the Huana, she isn't above exploiting any advantage if she can profit from it. As you say? It's a handsome piece of rock, which some call valuable. I won't dispute that point if the value goes to Rawatai. I suppose it's no secret that we're after more than some arbitrary cultural touchstone. We're looking for a route to Ukaizo. It stands to reason that ancient lore would be a key to finding the place. Arkamir is a magical savant and a recluse. That makes for a very dangerous combination. He relies on imps and ironclad constructs to maintain the estate. When you've lived as long as Arkamir, I suppose trust becomes a problem. Fine by me. I'm looking forward to the day when the Harapo epic is someone else's concern. When it comes to finding the Lost Island, we can't afford to neglect any lead. The Ranganui seeks to saddle the weather and harness the storm. If there is a place where this can happen, it is Ukaizo. I help finance expeditions around the Isles, which often means keeping an ear to the ground. Not very romantic from behind a desk, but Rawatai's campaign could use the extra coin.
Takehu, you have shirked your duties for the last time, I say.
Guildmaster, be reasonable. I skipped one lecture to travel up the mountain. Still, the palace is closed until you present me before Onikaza.
You went alone.
I asked for patience, but as usual, you make a trench out of a tide pool.
My patience wears thin, old shark. You have stifled me enough for one trip through Rakuhu's bowels.
I say Ngati weeps at her petulant spectacle of a child.
Ikera, the significance is clearer to some than others.
For a water shaper who treasures his duty to the goddess, you spend too many days cavorting at the brothel.
Ugh, insufferable. Did you need something? Or is it enough to bask in perfection? Well, through our connection to the gods, the Huana mold water like it is clay, easing it into an assumed form. We could sink every ship in Rauatai's fleet if they drew too close to the city, but some of us have gentler tastes. Some of us see water shaping for what it is, a gift of divine expression. Well, surely you have seen my works across Nekitaka. Look to the antechamber of the Kahanga Palace for my Apple of Ngati, or to the luminous bathhouse for my Dance of the Wanton Priestess. For as long as there have been Huana, there have been water shapers. But only since Tekehu has water shaping been art. Kira, I bring art to the Guild of Water Shapers, but they do not tolerate expression here. What I am is to blame, I say. A fine guess, but no. It is because I am a godlike, kissed by the fish goddess at birth. Water shaping is Ngati's gift to the Huana, and apparently I am too. Savior to the tribes. The only question is, do I return to my duties, or while away a few hours in the bathhouse? The guild can wait until I am good and ready to return. A watcher? And here I am, used to being the freak of PERIKI'S Overlook. What does a watcher do? Ikera, I say I am no sailor, and I know even less about death. I am an artist. My peers do not understand. Water shaping to them is like studying calligraphy, to brew ink and sort parchment. The tide brings unexpected gifts. You are not unknown to me, I say. Whispers of an Adra Colossus reach my ears, and louder whispers of a corpse who follows him. What will you do when you catch up to this walking god, as do many mortals in the DEADFIRE? It seems the gods are no different. If it untangles me from the guild's apron strings, then you can mount me as the figurehead of your fair ship. Our quarters may smell of fish before long, but your crew will be more beautiful by association, I say.
Fish smell would be an improvement. Glad to have you.
Lead on. It will be good to put some distance between myself and the guild, even if we find less savory places along the way. A fair warning, Captain. Ngati gifted her favorite son with more than his stunning complexion. Good guess. Only for as long as, well, I say you will learn. In time. May we have... Words, Captain.
Consider it done.